whenever I go over a ridge for the last time, I always make sure to look back so I'll never see it again. Canada, here we come. There's McDonald's 0.3 miles off trail, so obviously we gotta go hit it. And I think I'm like a mile away, and all I can do is just think about some McChickens, and I've just been singing the McDonald's song, so that's how my morning's going. It's a great morning, it's a great morning. I woke up at 4:30 a.m. and I slept amazingly, so it's a great day. Beautiful sunrise today, beautiful. What a beautiful little stream, and the trail just meanders alongside of it. And it's a little sunny, but it's not hot yet. Aw, that's so pretty, guys. Look at that. Would you just look at it? Look at those beautiful golden arches. So there's a chance of rain tonight, but we are still cowboy camping, and if it rains, risk it for the biscuit. If it rains in the middle of the night, we're just gonna get up and hike. Eek. Please, someone pick us up. Someone, anyone.
Just a girl. Right behind LA. You have to know what you're looking for because LA is pretty much on the ocean. What's up, people? Yeah. And then over here is Newport Beach. This mountain range over here. LA's right over on the other side of this mountain.
I wish I could see it on a map because I don't see it as a beach yet.
You can't see the beach.
So me and my little trail fam have been looking at the weather, and with our current pace, we are on track to hit the Sierra 2.5 to 3 weeks, which means the middle of May. Sorry, I forgot what month it was, guys. I thought it was March. May. And with the weather forecast that we've been watching, we have some great resources online, and wow, that is way too early. So we've decided we're going to slow it down and do about 15 miles a day till the Sierra approximately, just to get a little time. You know, we took an extra 0 in Wrightwood just to buy some time, because man, the weather, none of us want to get there too early. And you know, it's been an easy day. Yesterday, you know, we did 16, today we're doing 17, so it's been easy, you know, nice and chill. So we got water in a mile, and we also have a mile 400 in a mile. So I'm currently listening to some good old Leonard Skinner, just trying to get pumped up because, you know, I'm just not very excited right now. Wow, this is just so miserable. Look at that miserable view. Wow. So yeah, Leonard Skinner, yo! I'm just kidding about all that. It's kind of funny because earlier today we were just talking about how unbelievably happy we are just in every moment of the day. We're just happy. We have low moments, you know, you can end up sitting in a bush and crying, but for the most part it's just great happy moments. And then you have super happy moments, just really high moments, like you know, when you hit your milestones, like we hit mile 400, it's incredibly exciting. I feel like I just hit mile 300, but it's just, and you know, I summited Baden Powell yesterday. It was incredible. Like, what a view. There's an American flag at the top. It just made me just so happy. He's the founder of the Boy Scouts. My brother's a Boy Scout, and I was just like, man, my brother would love to do this trail. Just the amount of happiness it has brought me is incredible. 400 miles of pure excitement, happiness, joy, hiking, sore legs, all of the above. There's a building and cars up ahead, and whenever you see that, you just think, maybe there's trail magic, because I think it's a Friday. I'm not completely sure. It's a 1 out of 7 chance it's a Friday, which means there's a possible chance of trail magic. Oh my gosh, I think that's true. I think that's trail magic. Oh my gosh, oh my gosh. This is probably the nicest campground I've ever seen. They have a grill, so we can make pizzas if we had pizza stuff. A picnic table. They have campsites. I didn't think there'd be campsites because there was this building that I saw on Gut Hooks, our map thing online, and I was like, well, we're just going to be illegally camping beside the building. But nope, we got trail magic and campsites. So yesterday we got trail magic. It was like the caretakers of this cabin thing where they were taking care of it, and so they cooked burgers for us, gave us drinks, let us charge our phones. I even got to send a postcard home. My parents will love that. So the section that I'm doing right now was recently in a forest fire, and that means the first plant that grows back in the desert after forest fire is poodle dog bush, which is a nasty little plant apparently, because if you touch it, the oils on it will make you break out in hives and blisters worse than poison oak, and it's horrible. It can make you get off trail. And so I know tomorrow's section is supposed to have a lot of poodle dog bush, so I was planning on wearing my pants tomorrow. But I have to be a little careful today because I'm wearing my shorts. I just heard my name. Hang on a second. Anywho, I'm wearing my shorts today because, 1, they're a lot more comfortable. 2, we're out of the desert, kind of, sort of. It's not as sunny. I have a little bit more shade, so I'm not getting as burnt. But the main reason is because my pants don't fit me anymore because I have lost so much weight that they are incredibly big on me, and I eat a crap ton of food now, y'all. That's a scientific measurement. A ton of food. I'm constantly eating. I'm always hungry. Hiker hunger is real. But like, I'm just still losing weight. I didn't think it would happen this soon. I've been saying if I lose much more, my backpack will not fit me anymore, which is like actually kind of true. So I'm just gonna, I just love eating though. So I'm just gonna keep doing what I love, keep eating, and we'll see how that goes. So also, you may be wondering about my lovely umbrella. I pulled out of a hiker box in Warner Springs, and it has been glorious. It's like kind of sort of broken, but not too broken as to where I can't use it. And this is a ultralight hiking umbrella, and apparently they go for like $35 in the store, and I got my broken one for free, and it's fantastic in the desert. I would not be able to be hiking in the heat of the day like this if I did not have this umbrella. And I'll probably send it home like Kennedy Meadows, but for now it is incredible. Love it. So we are camping in an undisclosed parking lot, which we are not supposed to be camping in, but we can after a certain person leaves at 6:30 p.m. But we can't set up camp yet, so we're just sitting here until 6:30. We are headed out at 2 a.m. to do this really big waterless stretch in the middle of the night. Hollywood! So one thing I've learned out on the trail is that tap water tastes horrible. Filtered spring water is where it's at. Now y'all pay good money in the city for y'all to have some filtered spring water. All you need is a bottle, a filter, and a spring. And guess what? You got filtered spring water for free. I got this right out of the ground in the desert. Whew, I'm no longer an Israelite wandering through the desert for 40 years. I mean, actually, I still am because I'm still in the desert. But at least I have water, you know? So I was looking out, I was like, wow, that desert's pretty. Looks brutal to hike through. Wonder if I'm gonna be hiking through it. And then I looked at the sun, got east, west, which means that is north. And then I asked my little friend, Atlas. And he said, yep, that's the Mojave. So yep, yeehaw, it's coming up. So apparently there's a lion preserve really close, and we all woke up at 3 in the morning to lions. And all of us are okay, you know, we're just like, what's going on? Old boy from Africa has a panic attack in the middle of the night because he thought he was getting attacked by lions. So, trail name. I got it at Paradise Cafe, but I had no intention on going to Paradise Cafe because it's a mile off trail. You walk down there, you eat some food, you walk a mile back to trail, and I was like, no, I don't need to spend the money, I don't need to walk the extra miles, I have plenty of food, there's no point in going out of my way. But somehow I ended up there, so I left Warner Springs, and I knew some people were going to be going to this Trail Angels house. It's a popular place. Everyone goes there. They cook you a meal. They have water there, which is an important water source. So you have to go there. And so I knew people would be, you know, like neroing out of Warner Springs, which means hiking nearly zero. And so I was like, you know what? Do the same. And so I hiked 6 miles out, camped by myself by the creek. But I was like, you know what? It's okay. First time camping by myself. It's not a big deal. And I'll see everybody tomorrow at Trail Angel's house. So next morning, wake up, hike 12 miles, get to the Trail Angel's house, and it's just a bunch of old men just sitting in lawn chairs, baking in the sun at noon. It's hot. I just hiked in the hot sun in the desert, and we're just sitting here baking in the sun. So I sat there for 10 minutes, and I was like, you know what? I don't care to stay here for dinner. I don't want to sit here in the sun for another 6 hours, so I left. Oh, look, it's the hawks. Oh, you can't see them. So I left, and I kept hiking on. I hiked 7 more miles, called it a day, and set up camp by myself again. And this whole time, I haven't seen anyone except I did run into my friend at the Trail Angels house, but he stayed there. And that's all I've seen besides the random old men. Half of them were not hikers, and I was just like, what is going on here? It was the weirdest thing. I got the weirdest feeling too when I was there, and I was like, bye y'all, I'm out, I don't care. So, spent 2 nights by myself. The next morning I wake up, it's supposed to snow, and so, you know, I knew that. So I had all my stuff ready, and when it did start to snow, I put on all my rain gear, and it's raining. You know, I get up in elevation, it starts snowing. I was like, dang, this really sucks. But, you know, I kept on trucking, and then it sucks. It's really snowy, and out of nowhere, I hear behind me, well, butter my biscuits, look who it is. And I was like, oh my gosh. And it was someone I hadn't seen for 50 miles. And we weren't like great friends, but I was like, what are you doing behind me? Like, where did you come from? And he basically said, you know, a group of us are meeting up at Paradise Cafe later today. You know, it's like at least 3 others I know of. And I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go because it's snowing. I've been alone. I don't feel like hiking another 7 miles in the snow by myself. Why don't I just go to Paradise Cafe, maybe get a little cup of coffee, see what's up, meet some people. So that's how I ended up at Paradise Cafe. So we were sitting at Paradise Cafe for like 5 hours. Like, we were there for a bit. And just the more we talked, the more I talked, I guess, the more it just became apparent that, man, she is a Southern girl. And so he said something like, you are just a trash goblin with a Southern accent. And I was like, wait, trail name. And I was like, yeah, except because it's funny. Okay, it's funny. But then we later changed it to Trash Queen because it's just a little bit more respectable, you know? A little bit more. So Trash Queen is my official trail name. I also go by Trash Panda, TQ for shorts, Redneck Rosie or Rosie, Freebird. Sometimes I go by Speedy. And when I talk about my toenail that's about to fall off, you can just call me Princess. So just went through the Vasquez Rocks, which was caused by the San Andreas Fault, which is right here. I think it's the San Andreas Fault. I have to double check. So I met Paul at Hiker Heaven and chit-chatted, and his mom does make him mystery meals, but they're not that good, apparently. So it is not his mom that makes the mystery meals, so it is truly a mystery. He did say that if he told his mom about this, his mom would up her mystery meal game, and he would have mystery meals just like those. So I think it's going to work out well for Paul. I think he will actually have some good mystery meals. So kudos to him. There's the sunshine. It's gonna be a scorcher today, 95 degrees, so we're trying to beat the sun. And here she is, 6:11 a.m. And that's the first sunlight I've seen. Yikesy doodles, it's already hot.
Old assholes, you're coming back to me. Holy crap, this is
About to sign the register, but what is my state? I do not know. I don't have one, y'all. I don't have one. I put down Alabama as my state because I lived there longest, but all my stuff is in Montana. But this reminds me, I booked a campsite the other day, and they are like asking me all this information. Then they asked me my address, and I was like, I don't have an address, but here's my parents' address. I used to live there, so maybe this will be good for you. I don't know, dude. Also, I look sunburnt. I probably am, but it's also like 90 degrees out, so that's part of it. But I just finished a 26-mile day. I'm rolling up to the fire station, about to get some water, and then go to Casa de Luna and have some taco salad and paint some rocks.
It might be.
might have to get it too. Don't give it to you. It's 474 miles to this thing. And I did dance for it too. Don't believe me, just watch.
Not doing that. Yeah. So it's just like, a lot of police activism. Everybody goes no.
The rocks are like a tradition out here. You come here and you paint rocks.
Probably the cleanest out here. They have zero stink to them. It's just dirt.
For some reason this water's actually pretty good. It's like not.
The call's here now.
Oh, thank God.
That call.